Hi, this is Mackenzie Farr, and today I'm going to be talking about the psychology of a collegiate volleyball player. So, the athletes in collegiate volleyball face immense physical and psychological demands, particularly in season as they balance intense training schedules, competitions, academic responsibilities, and social dynamics. By focusing on this population, we can see factors that drive peak performance, behavior change, and mental resilience in high pressure sport environments, as said by Peterson 2024. Volleyball is a team-oriented, high-intensity sport that requires quick reflexes, agility, power, and effective communication. These athletes are expected to sustain consistently high performance levels with the need to balance academic responsibilities, which can heighten mental stress. This population is an ideal group for studying performance psychology and mental resilience. I chose volleyball as a sport that I was going to be covering because I have played and coached for the better part of 18 years. So I am well aware of all the physical and psychological demands that volleyball brings. So here are some of the key sources. The first being Exercise, Physical Activity, and Self-Determination Theory by Teixeira et al. 2012. Its importance is that it examines intrinsic and extrinsic motivation in team sports. The self-determination theory emphasizes fostering intrinsic motivation, which is especially relevant in collegiate volleyball. Players who feel connected and competent are more likely to sustain their effort and performance throughout a demanding season. It is relevant because it guides strategies for promoting autonomy, competence, and connection among athletes. Encouraging intrinsic motivators can improve both performance and satisfaction. Coaches can use this approach to counteract any sort of negative effects or external pressures that come with the sport, which can sometimes lead to burnout or reduced effort. Next is Motivating Young Athletes by Hill 2017. As far as importance goes, this source offers practical strategies for motivating athletes such as goal setting and positive reinforcement. Motivation is a cornerstone of athlete success, particularly during the intense and high-pressure collegiate volleyball season. Goal setting and positive reinforcement help maintain athlete engagement and focus throughout the season. These are essential for players to navigate challenges like prolonged competitions, rigorous training schedules, and the mental demands of balancing academics with athletics. This is relevant because it provides adaptable principles for enhancing focus and sustaining motivation during demanding seasons. For example, celebrating incremental progress can increase confidence, especially for athletes transitioning into more competitive environments. Lastly is the Quantification of Workload and Wellness by Kuberman et al. 2021. This study is important because it stresses the need for balancing intense training with adequate recovery to prevent burnout. Collegiate volleyball seasons are physically demanding and mentally taxing. This research highlights the critical need for balancing workload and wellness, ensuring players remain healthy and effective throughout the season. This is relevant because it emphasizes the importance of monitoring wellness in these athletes. The findings from this study emphasize that coaches should adopt these practices, which includes integrating adequate recovery periods and recognizing the signs of overtraining or mental strain. These resources address the motivational, psychological, and physical aspects of collegiate volleyball, as well as creating ways to improve motivation, team dynamics, and overall wellness. For environmental and cultural impact, we're going to go over the physical environment, social environment, and family culture, all of which have a profound impact on an athlete's motivation and performance. The physical environment plays a critical role in shaping an athlete's motivation and performance. Positive environments, such as high-quality facilities with advanced equipment and space, can significantly boost an athlete's enthusiasm and ability to perform at their best. On the other hand, negative environments, which usually have poor resources, inadequate space, outdated equipment, all of these things, can usually lead to increased stress, decreased morale, and hindered progress toward athletic goals. To optimize performance, it's essential to create training environments that are conducive to peak performance by addressing resource deficiencies, maintaining cleanliness and organization, and ensuring facilities meet the specific needs of the athletes. All of these things can help athletes to remain focused, motivated, and capable of achieving their full potential. The social environment significantly influences an athlete's emotional well-being and performance. A positive social environment where teammates are supportive and collaborative fosters a sense of unity and resilience. This dynamic can improve team cohesion, increase motivation, and create a culture of encouragement that enables athletes to thrive as themselves and collectively. Conversely, a negative social environment characterized by conflict, poor communication, or a lack of trust can elevate stress and anxiety, ultimately hindering performance and creating emotional strain. To optimize the social environment, it is crucial to cultivate strong bonds among athletes and promote open communication, which can be achieved through team building exercises, conflict resolution strategies, and fostering a culture of respect, empathy, and ensuring that every athlete feels valued and connected. Lastly is family culture. Family culture greatly influences an athlete's motivation and well-being. A supportive environment that emphasizes growth and effort enhances resilience and a healthy mindset, while an overemphasis on success can increase anxiety and a risk of burnout. To create a positive environment, families should focus on encouragement and personal development. Coaches can engage with families through open communication and providing positive reinforcement. Coaches and families can also be collaborative in goal setting, ensuring that athletes feel supported and free from any pressure that would hinder them in order for them to be able to thrive on and off the field. An athlete's physical environment, social surroundings, and family culture significantly influence psychological factors like motivation, stress, and anxiety. Understanding these influences allows for the creation of supportive environments that enhance mental well-being and performance. Coaches can make their training spaces better, build team cohesion, and involve families in promoting motivation, ultimately helping athletes to thrive under pressure and achieve sustained success. Next, we will be discussing barriers to growth. Barriers to psychological growth in athletes often stem from factors such as overtraining, burnout, academic and athletic pressure, and limited mental health resources. Lockbaum et al. 2022 states that overtraining can lead to physical exhaustion and mental fatigue, while the pressure to both excel academically and athletically can overwhelm athletes, hindering their psychological well-being. Furthermore, the lack of accessible mental health resources can prevent athletes from addressing emotional and psychological challenges. Graubensberger et al. 2018 provided insight that stated that to overcome these barriers, it is essential to implement regular check-ins to assess mental and physical health, prioritize recovery and wellness, and provide access to counseling and psychological support. These strategies can help athletes manage stress, maintain their mental health, and foster psychological growth, which will ultimately lead them to being a better athlete, both on the court and off. Factors that affect health and performance. Some of these factors include the motivational environment, team dynamics, the type of motivation, and overall wellness. Factor number 1 is the motivational environment. A motivational environment is characterized by task-oriented goals, collaboration, unity, and a focus on shared goals, while an ego-oriented environment often prioritizes individual achievements and competition among teammates, which is stated by Eyes et al. 2013. Understanding the motivational environment is crucial for fostering team cohesion, which is especially important in high-pressure competitive settings where individual achievements are often emphasized. Some strategies to overcome this is that coaches can focus on setting specific, measurable, and team-oriented goals that can emphasize collective success rather than individual accomplishments. Team-building exercises, such as trust-based activities or problem-solving challenges, can also strengthen interpersonal relationships and reinforce a sense of shared purpose among athletes. Task-oriented environments not only improve overall team cohesion, but also provide athletes with the psychological security to perform at their best, even under intense competitive pressure. Next, we have team dynamics. Team dynamics, including leadership styles and communication strategies are pivotal in determining how effectively a team functions, with strong leadership and open communication, which foster trust, unity, and resilience, as stated by Friesen 2012. Effective team dynamics help resolve conflicts, enhance collaboration, and create an environment where athletes can focus on achieving both individual and collective goals. Strong social bonds within the team can buffer against performance pressure, improving morale and overall group cohesion. Some strategies include designating team captains who will exhibit the positive leadership traits and can act as a connection between players and coaches and can help foster guidance and accountability between peers. Instituting regular team meetings where players and coaches can openly discuss concerns, give feedback, share successes, and where improvement can be made will improve transparency and build trust. Teams with high levels of social cohesion are better equipped to handle setbacks, maintain focus during critical moments, and sustain a positive atmosphere throughout the season. A third factor is type of motivation. Intrinsic motivators, such as a genuine desire to master skills and create strong team relationships, are more enduring and effective in driving long-term performance compared to the extrinsic motivators like external rewards or recognition, as stated by Teixeira et al. 2012. Focusing on intrinsic motivation is essential for sustaining an athlete's dedication and enjoyment throughout the challenges of a demanding season. Emphasizing the extrinsic motivators can lead to burnout, decreased enjoyment, and create a diminished sense of personal accomplishment. Some strategies to implement different types of motivation is to encourage athletes to set personal goals that align with the team's goals and allowing them to feel a sense of ownership and connection with their own development. Coaches can use positive reinforcement, such as specific praise and acknowledgement of effort during practices and games, to celebrate improvement and maintain motivation. Involving the athletes in the decision-making processes fosters a sense of autonomy, which enhances their overall intrinsic motivation and satisfaction with their athletic experience. Next, we have overall wellness. Monitoring and managing workload is critical to preventing physical and mental fatigue, as overtraining can lead to diminished performance, increased anxiety, and a higher risk of injuries, as stated by Kupperman et al. 2021. Addressing athlete wellness holistically ensures that athletes can perform at their peak while avoiding the physical and psychological costs of overtraining. Maintaining a balance between training intensity and recovery is essential for sustaining performance and reducing long-term health risks. Some strategies for this include implementing regular check-ins, where athletes can help coaches gauge their mental and physical state by allowing them to adjust training plans accordingly. Incorporating scheduled recovery days such as light training or relaxation techniques can also help prevent burnout and support mental health. Athletes who feel their wellness is prioritized by coaches and staff are more likely to remain motivated, focused, and committed throughout the season. Here is my mission statement verse. It is Philippians 3:14, which states, "I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." This verse serves as a mission statement for me as it reminds me to stay focused on the bigger purpose, and it motivates me to continuously strive for excellence, knowing that my work is not only about personal achievement, but fulfilling a greater calling to support and uplift others, whether they are athletes or those around me. This verse encourages both perseverance and resilience, which is something that I would want to instill in my athletes as well. My goal is to ultimately serve the Lord and serve others, and I hope to instill this in my athletes as well, knowing full well that if they press on towards their goal, they can achieve it, especially with the Lord. And lastly is the course takeaways. This course has significantly deepened my understanding for the importance of integrating psychological principles with physical training, emphasizing that mental health is just as important as physical conditioning for athlete performance. I've gained a better understanding of team dynamics and motivation, recognizing how fostering a positive team environment can drive individual and collective success. Key highlights from this course include the value of regularly monitoring athlete wellness to prevent burnout and maintain mental health, as well as the application of task-oriented motivational strategies to help athletes stay focused and driven. Professionally, the course reinforced the importance of upholding athlete welfare and promoting ethical coaching practices, ensuring that every athlete is supported both mentally and physically in their journey to success. Here are my sources. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great holiday.